My name is Ferrao and welcome to my channel, Ferrao Taxman. Yes, the online forms came in late for income tax this year, but the last date of filing, mind you, is 15th September. Now my today's topic is extremely crucial for individuals and businessmen. Digital transactions have come under the GST scanner. Yes, if you're receiving UPI payments and they're exceeding limits, you as a GST registered person can get a notice. If you do not have a GST registration, you too can get a notice. So today what we're going to be discussing is 1. What are digital transactions? 2. If you're a GST registered dealer, what are the red flags? 3. If you do not have a GST registration, what are the red flags? And lastly, how we need to be compliant and free from notices. First and foremost, let us understand what are digital transactions. Digital transactions essentially mean cashless methods. All UPI payments, net banking transactions, IMPS, Beam, Paytm, RuPay, then credit card transactions, all come into digital transactions. Now I'm going to throw you a stat. 14 lakh crore of digital transactions happen in India in a month. Yes, this tells us that the primary method of giving and receiving in businesses today is digital transactions. Well, now let us talk about how you, despite being a GST registered dealer, can get a notice from the GST office. It's already established that digital transactions are very convenient, but it brings a heavy responsibility and a heavy accountability. If you receive digital transactions in your bank account and do not issue GST bills and do not reflect it in the GST returns, first and foremost, a red flag. Then, if your GSTR 1, 3B and your bank statement turnover doesn't match, again, another red flag. Now let us look at the common mistakes what registered dealers do. 1. To avoid GST completely, they accept a digital transaction in their personal account. Secondly, after receiving online payment, they do not issue bills. Third, they have online wallets, but these online wallets are not connected to their accounting books. Such practices can only create audits, penalties, and a big problem which can lead to a cancellation of your GST registration. Now let us talk about individuals and businessmen who do not have a GST registration, how they too can receive a notice. I would like to break the news here that parts in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat, around 60,000 vendors have received a GST notice. How? Why? Because their digital transaction, the UPI payments which they are receiving, have surged 40 lakhs for traders and 20 lakhs for services. The moment it surpasses these limits, one needs a GST registration. So let us see how these evaders were caught. Their income tax returns and their digital transactions were not matching. That's how they received these GST notices. And what are the businesses that have come under the radar? Auto part dealers, ice cream parlors, salons, eateries like even Belpuri stalls, event companies and taxi hire business, they are come into radar completely. Now let us see what we need to do to be compliant and also free from a GST notice. 1. record all your digital transactions in your GST returns. Secondly, do not take payments to save GST in your saving account or in your family's saving account. That also can be questioned. If you do not have a GST registration and your digital transactions are surging, please get a GST registration. And lastly, reconcile your digital transactions with cash transactions and see all these transactions enter the GST returns. Yes, as India moves to 100% digital economy, we as compliant to GST needs to keep pace. Yes, the government systems are smart, but our compliance needs to be smarter. If you find my financial insights helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel Ferrao Taxman. Yes, and I promise you that I will bring more easy to understand videos similar like this. Yes, stay informed, stay ahead. Thank you for watching.